8.
Black goes down onto the brown spot, the only unoccupied spot on the table.
Nine. $16.
5 reds to go now.
Well, the only thing that Steve Davis can do from this position is a safety shot, obviously, and what he's worried about, I think, is if he brings the cue ball back to bulk, Alex could just stun off that red and leave a snooker behind the green, so he's got to be very careful. He's trying to leave the cue ball in the middle of the table, but unfortunately pushed a red over the pocket.
17 points the difference.
One. Seven. 8.
Well, that pink in the center pocket gave itself up. Higgins didn't play it with any confidence whatsoever.
And we can't give him that one.
Alex Higgins, 14.
Just 3 points in it now.
One.
The red covers the black. And that is complete confidence.
6. Seven.
Great shot.
13.
This black will put him 24 points the lead as we go into the colors, and they total 27.
$21. 23.
Alex Higgins has sat in his chair most of these first 3 frames, just watching the balls that Steve Davis is putting away and unable to do
26.
anything about it whatsoever.
Steve Davis, 26.
29 points in it then, with only 22 points on the table.
Alex Higgins, 32. Steve Davis, 61.
Not quite hard enough.
That really was a very good shot there, Ted. You have to make sure that held the brown ball near the other centre pocket and get enough into the cue ball to stand it behind the blue. I would think that Steve Davis will hit this brown all right. There is a possibility that he could go in off into the centre pocket.
Oh dear.
Steve Davis.
And Alex is conceding once again. It is then another frame on the scoreboard for Steve Davis, who now requires just 3 frames to gain the title of UK champion.
Well, a terrific day for him, and in fact, needing a revival. This is the start of the 19th frame.
The man of the moment, 23-year-old star from Plumstead, London, Steve Davis.
I noticed, Ted, that in between the 2 frames while the balls were being set up, that Alex Higgins didn't clean the cue ball. And this is the first time I've ever seen Alex not do that in a match. And I just wonder if that means that he's now resigned himself to the fact that he can't possibly win this match.
He certainly has a very painful struggle. Alex Higgins trailing by some 8 frames. A complete onslaught by the 23-year-old Londoner. He's not allowed Alex to the table for any length of time. When Alex has had the opportunity, he has unfortunately not been able to take advantage. His nerves seem to have settled down, and Rex, you could be quite right. He has given up the ghost.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yellow ball. Foul, Steve Davis, 1, Alex Higgins, 4.
And they would just not go for Alex.
One. Six. 7.
I think Steve Davis will probably be lucky if he ever plays another final in his career where so little pressure has been put onto him by his opponent. Alex Higgins, one of the most brilliant players in the game, and he's missed time and time again and put Steve back to the table and really has never put any pressure on him in this match at all. And I think he'd be lucky if he ever gets another final where it's so easy for him.
20. 21.
Just nothing is going to stop him.
28. 29.
Steve turned professional in September 1978. He is resident professional snooker player with Lucania Billiard Halls and has put in a terrific amount of practice in the short time that he's been a professional. This is the first major tournament he has gained, or at least hopes to gain.
36. 37.
'Of course, at the moment, the game is all too
44.
easy to Steve Davis. He's so far in front, no pressure in any way whatsoever now.
45.
I would think that he's really enjoying himself. And one must really feel sorry for Alex Higgins, because he really hasn't shown anything of the brilliance that he's capable of.
Break goes to 52
52.
as Alec continues to study the table.
53. 60.
'Steve Davis has
61.
fought his way right through this UK Professional Championship. In the first round, he defeated Mike Hallett 9 frames to 1 and found himself up against the Northern American snooker champion Bill Webernick, and he defeated him 9-3. He then come across his pal and confederate, the Londoner young Tony Neal, and after a great battle, it was a 9-5 win for Steve Davis. Into the reds. Leaves himself one into the middle.
8. 9.
Well, that first red there was more like the Higgins that we're used to seeing. There are just enough on the table for him to win this frame if he can get them all, but
16.
tremendous amount of pressure to get the lot from this position.
17. 25.
'This is the Alex we know. Now 26 points
32.
behind. A possible 35 on the table.
33.
All the colours will be on their spots.
39. 41.
Retaliation. The break goes to 41, and there's still 25 points there.
44.
Well, I think, Ted, if Alex Higgins can win this frame, it will be one of the great performances of the final, because he hasn't played well in this session, under a tremendous amount of pressure, and no one really knows and can feel the pressure that he's got to be under now to pot all these balls to win the frame.
break of 66 then from Alex Higgins, his highest in this final so far, moves his frame score from 5 to 6. But Steve Davis sits on 13.
So Higgins fighting his way back in that frame anyway. Now, because the snooker obviously is developing very nicely indeed, we're going to...
And Alex looking for a way to hide the cue ball here. He's virtually snookered on most of the balls, apart from one on the side cushion. Well, that was so accurate.
One.
And immediately Steve Davis plays quite a good shot there, so close to the object ball. And so far, Alex has been unable to stop this young man from continuing in rather a clinical fashion. He's gradually destroying Alex here, not letting him off the hook at all. And Alex waits for a spectator to walk across his path. And oh well, let's have the run of the cookies.
4.
And despite the fine play by Steve Davis, Alex Higgins hasn't changed his style of play at all. He's still played an attacking game, which has rather fed Steve Davis, because he's been getting some outrageous pots to get himself into the game. And this has rather sapped the confidence a little of Alex, I think. Well, Steve hasn't missed many of those. Now, can Alex take his chance here? It doesn't look easy. In fact, I think he's looking at the ball on the side cushion, which could well go in off the red. That's leaving the cushion. No.
8.
You got to laugh, really.
Well, Alex can still smile.
9. 16.
And this is the first opportunity today that Alex has had the chance to get in first and really put some points together.
Twenty-three.
And this time I think he will go into the pack here, see if he can dislodge a red or two. And a trifle unlucky. He's rather stuck on a red there. Well,
Alex Higgins, 29. Steve Davis, 4.
And that is the sort of shot that, in my view, has been responsible for the position that Stevie Davis is in now. The opening shots of that nature, they put fear into the heart of your opponent.
Steve Davis, 1.
Well, I don't think any problems here, as long as he doesn't nudge a red towards the corner pocket. Well, this is a nasty position. And that's about perfect. And both players avoiding the pack here because it's very easy to nudge a red there towards the pocket. And this is where the burden of responsibility is far greater on Alex here. He cannot afford to lose frames at this stage. that is a snooker. Not a difficult one here. Now this gives Alec a simple return back to the balk. But no, he's going to try and nudge right behind the black here. Stevie Davis trailing by just 19 points. Because he hasn't any great problem in hitting the red here. It's just what he leaves, and he's not in the mood to give anything away. Now I wonder if Alex will put him back there or try and get to the bulk cushion. No, he's just gone a little too far there. And I would think Stevie will go off the open red if he can to shift it from any chance of Alex potting it. No, obviously he couldn't hit it. Well, a trifle fortunate there, I would say. Well, this is the pressure shot here. If Stevie gets this, he could well be on the victory trail again.
One. Steve Davis, 1. Alex Higgins, 29. Steve Davis, 11. One.
And the audience have been treated to a real display of putting by Steve Davis today. And as is usual in these events, the crowd are offering a little sympathy to Alex, trying to egg him on to make a charge and set the match alight again.
4. Alex Higgins, 5.
And this has given Steve a chance here. And this has been the sort of thing that's happened all the way through the match. Alex makes the one fatal mistake, and this young man comes in like a surgeon with a knife at the ready. And just look at that delightful little shot there, going in off one red just to push the other red away to clear the black.
Eight. Nine. Sixteen. Seventeen.
And that takes Steve Davis
24.
1 point in the lead.
25.
And of course, with a cushion of so many frames, gives Steve Davis the opportunity of really relaxing and playing as only he can play, which is
32.
really is poetry in motion.
33. 41. 48.
This is an important ball, 25 the lead. Just look at that, as clean as a whistle and beautifully on the green. And again, Alex is in trouble.
$53.
And when you're in this mood, well, doubles are as easy as plain pots. How does one stop a young man like this in full flight?
62.
Alex hasn't played badly, he's just played loose shots and been punished for them severely. And a break of 68. And as Steve Davis attempts to pot the black, this so now it has to be A straight blue, and just stun across for the nearest red.
Steve Davis, 27.
So Davis, 57, Alex Higgins, 9. And this is an important red for Alex. There's 59 points on the table.
Steve Davis, 57. Alex Higgins, 9.
Well, there are 59 points on the table, so Stevie Davis isn't safe in this frame yet. And at the moment, I would say that Steve is just getting the run of the balls, which is usually the way when you're playing well and well in front. Well, he'd like to get underneath that red on the cushion, but I think he'd have to bend the cue ball too far around the brown, which makes it rather tricky. Now he wants a little bit of luck. And by the look on his face, the red is on.
One.
And a perfect angle to pop the black and screw up for the reds. And just about 100% accuracy there.
9.
And so much has been said about Steve Davis during this tournament
16.
that there is little left to say, other than that I think we have seen the real birth of a champion of many years to come.
$23. 24.
And just about perfect here for a nice semi-stun on the black here, just to get on the yellow. And what an easy game when you can play like this. Again, you see, nice little angle on the green, just a natural pot. Come back for the brown.
36.
Well, that's unusual, but I'm sure he's not bothered about that. And so, with that final effort there by Stevie Davis, leading 97-9.
Second frame, Steve Davis to break. No more cameras, thank you.
The 22nd frame of this 31-frame final. The man in real trouble, Alex Hurricane Higgins. 23-year-old Steve Davis. And this young man from Plumstead, London, looking for this particular frame to claim the title of UK champion. Alex Higgins, who's put up a terrific battle. He's a great competitor, but he's not featured in this particular final.
Steve Davis, 4.
And that's the style of play that unfortunately has let Alex down. A disappointed man, having fought so hard to get to the final, he could not stop the onslaught of this youngster.
1.
A typical example there of the long potting and the opening of every break he's made. In an early session, he made the 7th snooker century, a magnificent break of 114. Since that opening session, Steve Davis has made break after break at the most important time.
13. Steve Davis, 13.
I nickname him the young professor of pot, for he's like a young school teacher. A brilliant one from Alex, who has not yet given up. The wrinkles on that 33-year-old brow now beginning to show.
Four. 5. 10.
So Alex took a risk in going into the reds by the pink ball. Try and get
11. 16.
Just 1 point in it.
17.
'Alex goes 6 points in front and has all the reds at his mercy.
23.
Well, Alex has got a nice red, easy red here, but it's not easy to get back onto a colour. The black is locked into the corner pocket. He's trying to get back round onto the blue
24.
ball there. But he can still get the blue and come back right up the table, off the bottom cushion, right back up the table onto one of the loose reds. He would like to get one of the reds that's stopping the black going into the corner pocket.
29.
And I think he's got possibly a choice of both of them.
$30. Alex Higgins, 30.
Not a bad shot.
A break of 30 by Alex, and 5 reds to go. 6 reds, in fact.
Steve Davis, 17. Alex Higgins, 30.
Alex out of his seat, anxious to see what Steve is going to play.
Well, Alex was lucky to get out of that position quite as well. It was a very reckless sort of shot, the way he threw himself at that blue when he could have possibly have put himself into a winning position in this frame.
It's a great shot.
think he may possibly just have the angle to just nudge those two reds and try and get one of those open.
Now 21 points ahead.
Yes, I think Alex was expecting a little touch on that first red there, which would have left himself on a red into the centre pocket. Just didn't get the cannon that he expected.
Completely undecided, but his mind is made up on one thing. He's not going to let this match go without a battle.
Alex Higgins, 8.
Well, Steve has got quite a simple safety shot here, sending the cue ball right across the table, but he could push one of those reds towards the corner pocket.
Using the cushion rail to play this safety stroke. "21 points. Alex in the lead, but Steve requiring just one frame. Alex shakes his head as he walks back to his seat. Has he allowed this young man to get in with another of his long pots?
One.
Well, of course, they saw a loose safety shot there from Alex Higgins, left the cue ball by the balk line and allowed Steve Davis to get his hand on the table and get a good stance, and of course made the long pot very much easier. Absolutely vital to get the cue ball very close to the ball cushion when playing safety shot, particularly against a player like Steve Davis who pots so well.
Seven.
14 points in it. And that's reduced to 7.
14.
I think that Steve is probably looking to win the frame from this position. Probably just roll the red into the centre pocket and try and pot the black and come off the top cushion and disturb those two reds.
15.
just missed the reds there.
22.
He's 1 point in front. And a happy smile on the face.
Steve Davis, 22.
Black right over the center pocket. Alex goes back into the lead.
8.
And plays it safe.
Alex Higgins, 8. Steve Davis, 39. Alex Higgins, 46.
You must give credit to this man who must be under terrible pressure at the moment. Still fighting. And another delightful snooker. He wants to see it for himself. Steve thinks he can just get through to clip it. This may be disastrous. Alex Higgins goes back to his seat. He's 7 points in front. There's one red and the colors on the table.
One.
Yellow in a very difficult position, but he may just move it with this. Doesn't attempt to.
I think he's got the perfect angle, Ted. Had he have got straight on the yellow, it would have been difficult, but I think the angle is just right for him to get onto the green.
7.
Steve Davis goes 3 points ahead. The curtain's now beginning to fall on the Coral UK Championship 1980. As the 23-year-old Londoner from Plumstead, Steve Davis, making his debut in a big-time championship, the first time he's appeared in a final, is about to don the crown of UK champion. I'm sure as the years go by, you will see him, as I hope to, wear the world crown. And there he is with a big smile. Congratulated by Alex Higgins. Our crowded audience thrilled with this 23-year-old Londoner who has fought his way through from the first round of this UK Championship right the way through, defeating several champions on the way, and finally taking victory over Alex Hurricane Higgins at 16 frames to 6.
Can you go? Steve?
Steve Davis, United Kingdom champion.
Yes. Lovely, isn't it?
That was a marvellous moment for you, wasn't it? It probably still is.
Yeah. I think I'll remember it for a long time.
And I think, Alex Higgins, commiserations. I think you might remember that blue in that last frame for a little while as well, mightn't you?
Well, I think really I played about 30% of the way I can play. Steve did play extremely well, and congratulations to the lad. I mean,
I'm not actually going to say it's a habit, but it must be very difficult for you standing here talking to me in the space of, 7, 8 months now from the world and runner-up in the 2 major championships.
well, the thing is, I mean, I won 6 tournaments last year. I don't want to win them all.
But I think you would have liked to have won this one, because I think I'm right in saying that your wife Lynn is in hospital at the moment and probably watching this on television.
I must say it was a burden on me. No, that had got nothing to do with it. Steve did play well, and of course, when people do play well, they tend to get the run of the balls, and I can just... I can just say that, once again, I congratulate Steve, because I know what it felt like as a kid of 22 when I won the World Championship, and this is his first major one, so good luck, babe. Yeah. Oh, one final thing, he's my partner in the doubles.
Steve, when it came to that last frame, did you suddenly think, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to go on into the night, I might just lose this one?
Oh yeah, there was always a thought of failing at the last hurdle. When I putted the yellow along the bottom cushion and got on the green and then potted that, then I knew I think I'd won it, and there's all sorts of feelings going on inside, but I'm not too sure what they were.
Were the feelings and are the feelings anything like you thought they'd be? You obviously thought, well, if I win this, it's going to be great, and you must have imagined what it must be to feel like.
Yeah, I don't think I could have possibly imagined that the score would be so wide. Otherwise, I mean, if it's very, very close, I think it's more exciting. But it's still very, very exciting.
Would you say this was the best snooker you'd played in your life?
Yeah.
And you've won the title. Congratulations. Steve Davis, United Kingdom professional champion. And now to present the trophy, the founder of Coral's, the sponsors, Mr. Joe Corral, accompanied by Mr. Ken Tucker, chairman of Coral Racing. The 1980 Coral United Kingdom professional champion from London, Steve Davis.
Can you just go in, Joe? Just behind me. Over your head, please. Go on, come on, give him a kiss, eh? Kiss another cheek. Kiss another cheek. Go on. Go on, get it. Go on, again. Again, quick. Again. Hold your head again. Hold your head again, please. It's heavy. Go right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, while all this is happening, I'm sure you'd like to show your appreciation of a great player and the runner-up, Alex Higgins.
John.